Poetry and nature. They often go hand in hand to create an ethereal experience. Sunlight pulls both of these elements together into a cyclic gaming experience that takes place over a short half-hour wander through a forest. The beauty of sunlight is it's not for everyone, and many will find it pretentious, but I found its themes of unity and oneness to be quietly humbling. As you walk through the forest from waypoint to waypoint, each tree has a voice. Some are male, some are female. There are Americans, Europeans, Asians and Africans. Different dialects are here too.
Crossing the floor felt like a polar expedition. My parents' distant features of the landscape. I wanted to explain, but was unable.
As you spin around, the different voices come into and out of focus. They move in stereo, and they switch in volume as you walk up to each tree or pull back and away. You can effectively tune in and out of the voices that you're trying to follow, and you can try and re-pick them back up again, telling this collective story as you reach waypoint to waypoint.
Moving further and further away, a levitating camera in a video game, merging with the code it was running of itself. I could feel my mind clinging to the known, to the clattering thoughts, the buzzing of memories and fears of the future. But for each breath, tension was released and my shoulders sunk comfortably.
When my eyelids eventually opened, they felt as slow as a sunrise.
Photons converted to neutrons shooting along the optic nerve.
Each carrying a piece of information into the darkness.
However, all the voices are audible, and it feels like you're partaking in some kind of church reading. It's strangely cathartic in a sense that you feel like you're a small piece in a much larger puzzle, ever walking onwards as a collective, telling a story.
My experience had changed from the fire to the light it emits.
Sunlight then teaches you about loss and time. The end of the game shows that the forest has been chopped down. Players can wander now among the silent wasteland. There are no trees to speak to you, no sunlight to cast oil painting shadows on your path. Your journey, much like life, has come to an inevitable end. All except for one last task. As you wander among the dead, you realise that among the desolation are notes. Every player that has walked this journey can leave a note for those coming to the end of theirs. Some notes are funny. Some show culture. Others are just pure memes. Others, though, offer insights into the human condition. Words of support, words of encouragement, words of advice, and declarations of love. Once you've read as little or as many notes as you'd like, you can then write your own and return back to the earth. I found myself really thinking carefully about what I wanted to say, and nothing ever felt quite like it would be powerful enough. I've always thought that every single person has at least one nugget of gold that they can pass on. I spent longer thinking about what I wanted to say than I cared to admit, and yet even with my finished note, I still wasn't happy. Perhaps that may be the point of Sunlight. You need a community of advice, knowledge, love and information to feel connected, as each unique experience helps you plant the seed to hopefully do better for the next generation around. It does lead me to ask one question though. If you could write one message to pass on to the world before you died, what would it be?